So why do we want me to cry?
The consequences of street life. Video by Antonio Talks. Let's go ahead. Let's dive right in.
Every day we're getting a new example of why being a part of this street, gang culture is one of the dumbest things you can involve yourself in. There are only two outcomes to this lifestyle: death and prison. There is no other way around it, especially in 2026. So about 2 years ago now, the rapper Julio Fulio was killed. Now let's get this straight. This guy was no saint. He was heavily involved in the streets and he got one of the outcomes. But with the way he went about being killed, the people that did it, they were extremely sloppy and ended up getting caught pretty fast. A few days ago, these guys were sentenced and found guilty. So right here we have a clip of all of the accused murderers. On screen right here is the youngest, I believe, named Sean Gathright. In this clip, the judge listed off all the charges of each individual and they were found guilty. But what I want to focus on is,
man, I couldn't even imagine being in the streets. Like yo, it's just like the idea of I can't even comfortably just be in a regular space without having to look over my shoulder. Yeah, that's petrifying, bro. Like, too much paranoia be running on my mind at all times because I'll be thinking of trying to prevent every situation. But you can't, bro. That shit unpredictable. Shit could pop off at any moment given time, whether you want it to or not. So that's where we get terms and sayings like, hey, stay ready so you don't got to get ready. And then when you got no option not to be caught lacking. You can't.
the action of this individual right here. So as y'all can see, man, this brother is crying. The reality has hit him. His life is gone.
But then again, like, he should know that, though. He should have known what he was getting himself into. You feel me? Like, you already risking it as is. Like, he knew the risk.
For what? At the cost of another black man. And I don't know how many times people got to see examples like this, bro. In this exact moment, he's feeling whipped. Pretty much every prisoner in that cell is telling you, like, you know what I'm saying? We watch shows like Beyond Scared Straight. These people all say the same.
Like, you will never get another chance, man. Insane. A lot can happen. Like, I don't know how long he locked. If he got life, like 25 to life, or however much he got, shit, it's gonna be a completely different world.
And stay out the streets. Don't do this. Don't do that. But we keep seeing so many brothers still fall for the trap. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm a person that understands history. I know everything that black people have been through. A lot of the conditions and all of the disenfranchisement has birthed street culture that we see today. But I tell all my brothers this, man, we know what they did. We know how evil these people are. We know the traps that they set out. We cannot keep falling for it. We cannot. And like I stated, bro, the crime that these dudes did, what was it for? Y'all killed another black man. We go so hard and we slide on each other for damn near nothing. But like I state, bro, we still got people like George Zimmerman running around here. We still got the racist white dude, Chud the Builder, walking around calling people the N-word. And he's still untouched. But a lot of these dudes, street dudes, you know what I'm saying, specifically, right, is ready to slide over nothing. You saw a dude one day walking down the street. He looked at you wrong. Now he dead. For nothing. But if it was one of these white dudes walking down the street, you hit him with the, hey, sir. How you doing, sir? Like I say, not wishing death on the white dude, but it's like, it's no way he should be walking around doing that. But we got some real certified crash outs out here that'll kill their own brother. Like, I just don't understand that shit. But that's why I do go so hard for the black community. When a lot of these white dudes get online talking about they scared of black people, bruh. Sad thing is, dog, you not gonna get touched. If anything, they gonna praise you, walking into the hood or walking around a lot of these black dudes, bruh. It's just something embedded in the community. We are taught to hate each other while to respect and love everybody else.
So this is that boy Sean Gathright. And word is this nigga come from a loving family.
Man.
Bro, there's so many scenarios and situations of that. Niggas can have the most, you know what I'm saying, great, like they can have the greatest, great family, both parents in the household, living in the suburbs, and somehow, some way they end up living the street life. Like, nigga, you hustling backwards. You're literally hustling backwards. There are folks out there that's ready to trade positions with you. Like, what? Ain't no way, bro. Like, I'll never get that. Folks that ain't never grew up street, but somehow end up being street, bro. But I mean, that can tie into a bunch of different things too, like a sense of belonging or like just want to be a part of something. But like, still, man.
His mama and his peoples got bread. Real money.
Man,
Grandma
what?
house. Nice as fuck. Real money. I'ma keep it a band. I have no clue on how this young nigga got mixed up into the street life. But goddamn it, what a way to go. They said this man provided all the guns. He the motherfucking arsenal.
What?
Goddamn. And he the shooter. He provided the...
Damn, he not only, know what I'm saying, did he provide the weapons, but he also was the one to let off the shots too at the same time. Now, he really set himself up for this one. I ain't gonna lie.
And he put one in his hand and put that bitch to use.
What?
I'ma keep...
And he's 18 too. So Fulio,
Damn, cooked. Your life is cooked.
like 26, 27. I'm pretty sure he ain't even, he didn't really have any personal beef against them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Fulio did something to his friends associated with him, but on a personal level, bro, you doing all this, he never did anything to you, per se. And he went that hard, the youngest. And for what, bro?
You came from a loving household, boy. You lived in a nice neighborhood, nigga. And you chose the street life. You chose to follow behind 6 Block and ATK and 1200. Boy, they about to cook your ass, you hear me? They gonna fricassee fry you, young blood.
And this is a clip from the interrogation room, man. This dude was going through it. Let's just watch the clip right fast.
Let me out, bro. Let me out, bro. Bro, let me out, bro.
Oh, that boy, he might be unstable. You know what this is? Everything is probably hitting him in this moment, bro. Like everything is starting to click. It's all starting to register. It's all happening at the same time. Like he's starting to realize what his reality is about to be.
Like he's trying to escape and shit up in there.
This nigga standing up on the chair.
It's crazy, bro. This is what happened when you get alone and you know what I'm saying, you separated from all your friends and you just gotta sit there with your quiet thoughts and you start thinking, damn, I really...
And not just that, bro, like when the room is quiet, that's when shit get loud. That's when shit really do get loud, bro. I was talking about you in a quiet room by yourself. Like, have you ever done that? Not talking about no phone, no TV, no nothing. Shit, I bet you some of y'all when y'all were younger and y'all got put on punishment and your mom just took everything away from you. You were just sitting in your room quiet. All you had was just your thoughts. Everything was happening. That's all the voices were talking. Yeah.
life away. I really did this shit. Like that shit started to sink in. When it's just you by yourself, you ain't around your friends no more. You ain't around none of that. Those thoughts get to eating at you, boy. And you just realize how dumb that was. In that split instance, you threw everything away.
Sit in that chair and don't move.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I wouldn't be surprised if that young man harmed himself in prison.
He hit him with that fatherless. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you better sit your ass down. I'm not gonna tell you again. He gave him one of those.
Everything is just crashing down on him now. He knows that his life is over. And hopefully, man, anybody that's watching this video and involved in the streets, you realize that this life is not what it's meant to be. I try to tell all my brothers, man, to always have impulse control. Don't react off of emotion. Sit back, think, and map out.
And that's some real shit right there. I got a homeboy that I know right now. He used to be a certified crash out dummy. I'm talking about over any and everything, ready to pop off. Like, it doesn't matter how small it was, bro. Any amount of words could get to him. And I'm just like, hey, yo, like, you gotta chill, bro. Like, we be at the court. He be damn near about ready to fight somebody already. I'm just like, bro, damn, like, I gotta take this nigga home after this. Like, we can't just be popping off smoke with niggas at the court. We can't be doing this. Damn, bro, you really cut him in some shit. You know, if you got them type of people around you too. But you know, he calmed down a lot since then, and I'm proud of him for that, bro. Hey, boy, if you seeing this, I love you. I just want you to know that.
All of the different outcomes that could come from this situation. In that moment, it may feel good of you reacting and pulling that trigger. But once it's done, it's done. And now you're calmed down and you think, damn, I really just did this? Did I really just take this person's life? Did I really just throw my life away? All that stuff comes back at you full circle. When you could have been just out the way, working your chill 9-to-5 job, going back home, playing the game, living your boring, mundane life. But you got your freedom. And it's like you always appreciate the things when they're gone. Now you in that jail, so you like, damn, bro, I had it so good.
That's what it takes for some people, though, bro. Like, some people don't realize how good they actually have it until they actually lose those things. So, yeah, like, this is probably what it took for him. Unfortunately, it is what it took for him, considering the fact that he came from a great household. But
I had it so chill. I had my freedom, bro. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel for the street dudes, but I can never just throw that freedom away. I love my freedom. Especially brothers that got responsibilities out here, man. God forbid you a father, you got kids, and you know what I'm saying? I just something I couldn't fathom. That's just me personally. Like, I wouldn't do shit to throw that away.
I am a high school algebra teacher in the largest public school district in the state of Tennessee, which also comes with it being the most disenfranchised and impoverished districts in Tennessee, primarily because majority of our student population are Black people. And today I am here to talk about the epidemic, quote unquote, of the YN. And I'm here to talk about it from a teacher's perspective because I can see it, I'm seeing it from the ground and how it's developing, and I can tell kind of where it's going, if that makes sense. In the purpose of conversation, I do not subscribe to the term YN.
Yeah,
I understand that it is a caricature of describing young Black men who might be in trouble or might have like certain decisions that they make due to the circumstances and the environments that they're growing up in. But I do not subscribe to calling young Black men YN. So I wanted to start off by saying that too. Most of the time when you hear people talk about just where Black people are as a community in today's time, especially the young people, you hear a lot of it being blamed on the parenting, on the system, on the education system, et cetera, and all of those things are true. I think this conversation is a lot more nuanced, and it takes place at the intersectionality of all of it. So in order to not make this video extremely long, I'm going to actually break this down into 3 parts. In this part, I will talk explicitly about parenting. And the parenting goes back a lot further than I think some people are cognizantly thinking about. The parenting goes back to, especially in the Black community, we're going back to Reaganomics, right? When you have multiple generations of people not being present due to drug abuse, due to mass incarceration, due to the perpetuation of like the welfare state, all of these things, right? They create this kind of like dependency in this environment, and that is kind of what we're seeing the effects of trickled all the way down.
Literally, that's why I say all the time, bro. You have to go back to understand why things are so messed up the way it is now. 400 years of slavery, boom, Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, COINTELPRO killed all the leaders, chemical warfare, heroin, crack, and that trickles down to YN epidemic of 2026, literally. And I hope when she gets into this part about parenting, I want to add this in first. We can go back to capitalism as well. A lot of these parents, they don't have time for their kids because guess what? They have to work. And yes, you could say that they shouldn't have had all these kids in the first place. That is true. That's why you don't just go laying around and sleep with anybody. And that's for men and women. So then they have these babies, and guess what? Kids are expensive as hell. So the parents are at work all day, and sometimes it's just one. The mama, she just working all day. Who gonna watch out there and give attention to this child? He gonna look for it in the streets. He gonna look for it for dudes that's in these gangs. Literally, bro.
I know these things happened 30 plus 40 years ago, but I think now we're starting to see the effects. So with the parenting explicitly, right? Parenting matters so much here because the parents weren't present, right? If we're talking about the crack epidemic and the whole dropping guns and drugs and all of these things into our neighborhoods and completely destroying the Black community, most of the damage of that is because of lack of presence. So you have the original doctors, lawyers, nurses, teachers, businessmen, these people who were pillars in the community, now addicted to drugs and not able to be present for said community. So when they should have been in the households or in the neighborhoods helping to raise children, helping to show up for children, helping, like, making sure they're going to school, making sure there's somebody that the kids are always taken care of, you have a lot of children who ended up raising themselves or were being raised by their grandparents, which happened to be the boomers at the time. And when
I think we all know a story like that. Like, some kids, they don't even be forming a relationship with their actual, like, mom and dad for real. They got more love for their grandma. You know what I'm saying? Their grandfather and all that. Couldn't care less about either pops or mom, if depending on who present.
About being raised by boomers or grandparents, now we're talking about permissive parenting, because realistically a grandparent cannot show up in the same ways that your parent can. Because of different restrictions, whether it be mobility, age, job, all of that, right? There's a reason. So now we have a bunch of teens, children with no authority and nobody to hold them accountable presently because of different restrictions. And then they continue throughout their life without presence, without accountability, without community. And then they race and have their own children.
Literally.
And because none of that was present during their childhood, they don't know how to do that for the next generation. And then that happened with millennials and the older Gen Zs. And then now we're starting to see like this white.
You know, even though she is explaining all of this, you know what I'm saying? There are going to be people out there that's not going to do the research. They're not going to, you know, want to take the time to actually go this far back. So then, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just going, it's what I like to call willful ignorance. You know, they choosing not to know about it, you know, but of course, if you a part of the culture or if you in the black community, you already understand most of why this is the way it is. But some people, you know, still be making poor decisions, and still, unfortunately, we keep having this same cycle reoccurring over and over and over again. But if y'all want to see the rest of this video is getting kind of long. You can find it on Antonio Talks channel. And yeah, bro, just stay out the streets. You know what I'm saying? Find another way. You ain't got to move that route. You feel me? It's a lot of other ways out here for you to make money and get a bag and all that. Honestly, being even involved in gangs and shit like that ain't even gonna, I don't know, I feel like you get less money out of it than you actually get money into it. But hey, bro, high risk, low reward. I'll catch you on the next one, bro. Hey, if you like the video, then like the video. And if you want to see more reactions, subscribe. I love y'all.
Shout out to my twin. Ain't never seen tears from a gangster, so why the world want me to cry? Fighting depression, talk to them spirits, use them judges that help me get by. But I cannot lie, yeah, that shit hurt me bad when I got that call, told me you died. Like how the fuck can they take you? Man, I hope I wake up, it's a lie.